Hello and welcome to this session on how to write your outline. I'm going to keep this very brief because I need to be able to upload this video to YouTube, as you know. So this session deals with how to write an outline, and this document is available for you on Moodle. So you can just follow the different steps and follow the example over here, and you will have a very good solid outline. Now, don't be frustrated while writing an outline. Remember, it's going to take you a little bit longer than what you think it will. It might take a little bit more effort than what you had anticipated. But remember, a solid outline should mean a solid paper. And the more work you put in writing your outline, the better your paper and the easier your paper will be to write. You're going to be following the steps over here. So you're going to retype your research question and retype your thesis statement. If the thesis statement is the spinal cord of your paper, then the outline is the skeleton of your paper. This is what holds everything together. So once you've retyped your thesis, look at the divisions in there and order the arguments from stronger to strong, finishing with the strongest, because you need to attract the attention of the readers with a solid argument as they begin reading. Now, if you anticipate that your claim is not going to face a lot of resistance, then you can choose Plan A. Plan A follows the following plan. You go from an introduction, thesis, background information, argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, counter argument, refutation, qualification, and conclusion. However, if you feel that your thesis or argument is moderately argumentative and it might be something that will receive moderate criticism, or people will not easily agree with you, then your argument, then you should follow Plan B, where you start with the introduction, state the background information, then go directly to the counter argument. This is where you acknowledge the presence of the counter argument right off the bat, because you don't want to alienate your reader. Then you put your thesis and refutation rebuttal, which can be skipped if the arguments will do the job. Put in argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, qualification, assessment, limitations, and then conclusion. However, if your thesis can be challenged by too many counter arguments, then follow Plan C. You have introduction, background information, thesis, counter argument 1, then you refute it. You put your argument. Counter argument 2, you refute it. You put your argument. Counter argument 3, refute it, put your argument, then give qualifications, assessment, limitations, and conclusion. For every single argument, you need to have two supporting ideas or warrants that back up each of your arguments. If you want to remember what warrants are, refer to the Wadsworth Handbook, Toulmin's Model Argumentation. List any backing, examples, research, and/or expert opinion you may have to support your supporting ideas. Now, these will change later. Have tentative ones, or something you may have picked while you're doing research. Once your research is complete, you might find different examples to support your ground. So, step 6, you're going to you repeat this for every single argument, and then you move on to the qualifications, assessment, limitations. These are the hindrances to your research you predict or you see. What do you think are going to be the hindrances to your research? What are the major challenges your research might face, or you might face as you're doing your research? Is it time? Is it lack of resources? What is it? Then with the summary, you summarize everything in short phrases, of course. Please don't put anything in full paragraphs or sentences. Keep them all limited to short phrases. And then um, uh, And then you work on your introduction at the end. What frame fits your subject? Frames can be political, social, ethical, economic, psychological, medical, financial, etc. And then, but please make sure your frame is stated not in such a way where you say, oh, the frame of this paper is political. No. Say, for example, the political ramifications of this problem involve this, and that. This is an example over here. Let me bring this down a bit. So here you would have your name, the class, my name, the date, and here this sample is following Plan B. So you have your title, research question, thesis, introduction. Make sure the indentations are correct as well. So you indent properly. Format is very important, makes it easier for the reader to read and spot your points. You have an attention getter, definition of terms, frame, and importance of issue. Some of these might become repetitive. It's fine, um, especially later as you proceed with writing your paper. Give me some historical background. Like, for example, give me a little bit of history. If you're talking about microwaves, for example, tell me who first discovered the microwave and how, etc. Give me the story, the background story for what you're dealing with. Then this one, since this one is Plan B, we're starting with the counter argument. You follow this, and then you begin with the arguments. So for each argument, you have to have support to support. So the warrant, and then the backing. So they can be examples, expert opinion, or research. Here we have 3 supporting points, and then we have elaborate analysis. So what does this information mean? Closing sentence for argument 1. So in summation, you state whatever you want to state. And then you repeat the same thing for arguments 2 and 3. Make sure there are links between the points, right? So anyway, we'll talk more about it once you start developing your outline or turning it into a position paper. Then you begin with the qualifications assessment. So I assess the arguments in an objective manner. What are the difficulties that you faced or expect to face while conducting the research, etc. And then you conclude, restate thesis in a fresh way. Remember, work on the introduction last and not first. I hope this helps you in formulating your outline. All the information is here, and this will be shared with you on Moodle, so you can just copy paste if you're following Plan B, copy paste this into a new page and just insert your information, fill in the blanks. Or if you're using another plan, readjust them so that they reflect the plan accurately. Thank you.